Okay, I'm going to show you how to do a fade between scenes. So if you take a jump from one location to another, you don't have to do it so hard and you can fade in. So the best way to do this is one, to create a UI image like this. Now, for us, what we would do is we would place this canvas as a world space into our camera in there, which would be an XR rig. And then we can just set this to 0, 0, and maybe -10 from the camera. Where's my camera? Oh, okay. Set that to 0. See if I can't find this in my scene. Forgot to do the stretch. So we got to stretch it across there so it actually takes up the whole thing. So push Alt Shift to bring the stretch up, and it's going to go across the whole thing. So now I should be able to go over here. Oh, there we go. Now it's completely across my camera. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here and I'm just going to make a material. And I'm going to go to the material and I want to change the shader type. So I want it to go into my UI. So UI, I'm going to make it an unlit and I'm going to make it a transparent, just like that. Go back to my image. Right here where it says non-material, I am going to slide the material on there. Now we got to do a script. Let's create a C# script. Colors my, something like that. All right. So a few things I'm going to want. First thing I'm going to want, so I'm going to do a timer of some sort. So create a public so I can just see it. Next thing I'm going to do is a public material. The way I'm going to do this, I'm going to access the color of my material. I'm going to change the alpha on my material, but I'm going to do it slowly. And I'm going to use Accuratein. So the first thing I'm going to do is in my start method, I'm going to make sure that my color matte is black and the alpha is completely turned off up. So I can go my material dot color equals a new. Then I can just set the values to 0, 0, comma. Let's do that. Let's just take it and go ahead and set to my alpha. Then we go to my alpha and just say alpha There we go. So now we'll put this in the scene. I'm going to create an empty game object. Script on there. Refresh it. See, I have a space for my material. I can just grab the material out of here because this is the same material that's on here. Any change I do to this material is going to affect my scene. So as you can see, if I turn it black, it's going to already turn black. So I can go to my script and I can just add that material here so all my changes apply to it. Even if I go back here and change this back to white, push play, it should change to black. Here we go. All right, now to show how this works, I'm just going to put a button on there. This would be the same if you have a button that actually just changes your position. So you could actually instantiate this canvas. And we'll do that here in a second. First, let's just put a button on there. That button big. Set the button up. Button, we'll just change the size to 22. Canvas, scalar. I'll make that a little bigger. That's 100. There we go. Now I got a button I can push. So, first thing I can do is on my button, add that image in there. Make it a game object and set active. We're going to set it true if done with this button. Just turn it off like that. Push play. Oh, it's on. Let's keep that on for a second because now we're going to set up our fade. All right. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create a function I can use on a button. So let's say public page. 13. There, I'm just going to start. Made the coroutine yet, but I will here in a second. Just to do the coroutine, I need the enumerator. Here, this fade. Now I have to put the return values, but I'm going to do a while loop. While equal to 0. And then I will say equals. First, we'll just do delta time about delta time. Let's just put that in there for now. Time. See how that works. We might make a speed variable here in a second. Then we'll say material color RGB is going to stay the same, so we're going to put my material color R, comma, dot color. G, this is G. For the last thing, we're going to put my alpha in there. Then we'll do the timer. Let's put a full value in there of 1.1 seconds. Fade. Looks like it's about it. So I've got a function that I'm going to plug into my button. It's going to start a coroutine. The coroutine is going to actually go in here. It's going to create the actual, it's going to decrement the fade to go down for seconds, 1 second. But it also goes down by time dot delta time. Let's see how fast that is. I might be able to, we'll see. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back here and add another function here, but this time I'm going to create the game object manager, which has our script on it. Oh, I have to hit that refresh because I'm not refreshing for some reason. Add the game manager to it. And then I can go to, oh, I messed up on the script name. And then find my start coroutine. So now every time I push this, it starts a coroutine, turns it on. Let's see if I turn this off, if it works. Play. So it should. Oh, doesn't look like it's fading it out. It is, it's just doing it really, really, really slow. As you can see. So there's my value for my alpha. Once it gets down to 0, it'll stop. But anyways, let's speed that up. Let's go ahead and just take this off. And just put a 1 in there. Let's see how slow we can get. We can set the value again if it's too fast. Go here, refresh. Again. Hit my button. Oh wow, that was way too fast. Let's see my value change here to 1, hit the button. Boom, it was nearly immediate. So yeah, we don't want that. So let's go a little bit slower to 0.5. See what that does for us. Again, that was pretty immediate. So let's see. There we go. It's a nice little fade at 0.1. Again, hit the button. We want to change positions. Hit the button, and it just fades right in there. Perfect. All right. So basically, if you actually want to change a location from point to point and you don't want to do it immediately because it's kind of a jerk motion where you just end up into another location based on a button push, then what you can do is you can put this little function in there that you just seen. It just does a little coroutine that fades in an image based on its material.